Let me give you an example. Let's say that yesterday you got married, right? You've been dating for 6 years. Yesterday you got married, had this big, beautiful wedding. Everybody came along. Marvin Gaye was there singing the music. And then you went on a honeymoon to Hawaii before it caught a fire.
Oh, wow.
To Hawaii, right? And then you woke up the morning, you and your husband, you're ready, and he said, you know what, I don't want to be married. I'm leaving. Would you fight that? Is that a reason to fight for that?
No.
And why not?
I mean, there's nothing to win in fighting.
How about if you had 10 children?
It's more about than asking the question, why do you want to leave?
Oh.
You know, and like, why do you want to leave? And then you go to the root of the why someone wants to leave, and you see, and you track it back. Like me fighting is just throwing gas on the fire. It's gonna run faster, right?
And why would you ask, why do you want to leave? Why would you even ask that question?
Maybe I will know in the situation. Maybe I will know why he wanted to leave.
Right.
You know, this is like.
Let's say you didn't know why he wanted to leave. Why would you ask, why do you want to leave?
Yeah, maybe I behaved in a certain way that wanted him to leave, and then I would like to know so I can, you know, or he finds something else, you know. Yeah.
What do you think would happen if he said, I want to leave, I don't want to be married? And you were pregnant, because you get pregnant on the first night. Why would you ask, do you want to leave? Or would you just say, oh, okay, bye?
I guess I would have to forgive myself for marrying such this man, right? Like, why? That's where it starts. Right? First, it would start with forgiving myself for making such a stupid decision.
Right. So if you want to leave, just say, okay, bye. Don't even ask why or anything. Because the only reason you're asking why is because you want something from him. You want to feel safe. You want love, or you want to live in a 3-bedroom house, or you think that he's going to be able to take care of you. But if you didn't want anything at all, period, you would just say, okay, bye. And then fly back to LA and enjoy your life. We'll finish the honeymoon on your own.
Well, if I was pregnant, I would probably be wanting something out of him if he was leaving, you know. I would, for my own peace.
Speaking to the mic for me.
Yeah, I would, for my own peace, wanting to know why.
And why is that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would like to know.
Why? It's a good question. I'll tell you why in a minute. But why would you want to know?
Because I feel that's when we can really understand, you know, you want to backtrack, you know, why did I make this decision and why did this person want to leave?
And so you need answers from him in order to do that?
I mean, of course, I would have to ask myself that question as well.
Right. How about if, because he's going to lie, he's not going to tell you why.
Why not?
Because people lie. They don't want to hurt your feelings, or they're
He's
not
already hurting me by leaving, right? Like, there's nothing for him to lose in that moment because he's already hurting me by leaving, right?
How many people believe she should ask why? And your honest opinion about it. Just 1, 2, 3, can I get a 4? 4, 5, 6, okay. I can't wait to get to Hake. Let me go here first, and then I come. The young lady in white, you believe she should ask why?
No, I believe the natural proclivity is to ask why.
Knowing
what I know.
What's a proclivity? I'm black. Don't use no big white words.
Okay. The natural, instinctively, before I woke up, knowing what I know now, I would ask why. knowing what I know now, that question is futile. There's no rhyme, no reason for asking it. But before waking up, I most likely would have.
And why would you have before you woke up?
Because I would have wanted to control the situation and
Yeah.
solve the situation,
Yeah,
which is the devil.
yeah. Amazing. You still want to respond to that? You think she should ask why?
Yeah,
Why?
because, well, you didn't specify, was it a wedding at a church or a civil union at City Hall? Well, I mean, either way, the man gave a promise, right? And if he breaks that promise or backs down on it, that's, as you know, in the old days, a man's word was very valuable, right? And when a man backs down on his word, he ain't nothing,
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it right.
Okay.
When you make, look, if it was a church wedding, first of all, the man made a promise before God, right, in the altar, right? I'm going to marry this woman, and then she made the promise too, right? And then second of all, in front of her family and her friends that attend the service, I made this promise, I'm going to marry this woman, and then she makes the promise
What a mess, huh?
in front of the man's parents and his friends and family. And then when they break that promise, which either one, if they break that promise, first of all, they offend God because they made a promise to God. So that's the
Right.
old way, right? I mean, right? You grew up in the old days, right?
No, I'm not that old.
He ain't that- But I mean, yeah, when a man breaks his promise, that's he ain't nothing, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
This young man want to respond, then Hake want to tell me why.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't have strong feelings one way or the other, but I just think
You
it's
raised your hand, right?
that to say that she should ask.
Yeah. And why should she ask?
Well, I don't think she should. I think if she feels a curiosity about it, yeah, then why not ask? And
Oh, so
if
if-
he doesn't want to say, he doesn't want to say, then you can move on. But if you want to ask out of curiosity, yeah, sure, why not?
So just to be nosy?
Well, yeah, I think if it's somebody you had such a level of intimacy, yeah, I think you have a right to ask if you want to. And then,
Oh, okay.
and if he doesn't want to share, he doesn't want to share. You can't force him. And then,
He's not going to tell her the real reason anyway.
okay, well,
Isn't that true?
I don't know. I don't know this person. Maybe
No,
not.
it doesn't exist right now, but I'm just saying. Yeah, but he's not going to tell her the truth.
Well, and that's that.
Okay. Yes, hey, you say yes, they should ask?
Yeah, it's sort of like a Ron DeSantis. Because it will she won't have any peace because it'll keep on bugging her. Yeah, the closure idea.
Oh, she need closure?
I raised my hand partly because I'm kind of like maybe Danielle in that I know that the answer is she shouldn't. I know intellectually that the answer is she shouldn't. But
She shouldn't, you say?
that she shouldn't ask why.
Right.
Because it's really just satisfying the ego or trying to get an ego satisfaction. And that getting an answer will appease that rather than her just suffering in it.
Right.
But so often relationships end because of a misunderstanding, and I suppose that it doesn't really end because of the misunderstanding, but because of the evil egos fighting, and so the misunderstanding really doesn't matter, but they could come back together if they resolve that misunderstanding, and then because of the egos being salved, if you're following what I'm saying. If they kind of satisfy each other's egos
Right.
a little bit more by clarifying that misunderstanding, then the marriage could keep on going.
Why are you laughing?
Because I know that that's just satisfying the ego by asking why and
Yeah.
clarifying and all that stuff.
If a wife wanted to leave and they had 10 children together, should the man ask why?
It feels a little bit more like a simp for the man to say why.
A simp?
Like a beta,
Oh,
yeah.
So
For the
he-
man to be like, why? But for a woman, it feels more understandable.
it does?
Yeah. Because I wouldn't feel like looking down on a woman as much, her asking why, than a
So you don't mind women being simp?
beta. Yeah, because it's kind of like it's more fitting, I guess.
It's more fitting for a woman to be weak. Beta?
Yes.
Would you want your wife to be beta?
Not too beta, but I mean, it would be, yeah, you're right. It would be, come to think of it, as you asked that question, it would be more ladylike for a woman to just take it in stride and not ask and just be
Yeah.
quiet, suffer that in silence. Yeah, that's a fair point. I know it was a question, but
Right, it was a question.
brings
wasn't
up it causes me to think of a fair point, I suppose.
Oh, okay. So this young lady in the blue, behind her, and then I'll let you respond to. Should a woman ask why? You just had a nice honeymoon, you had a good time. I know. And all of a sudden, the next morning, the man like, I don't want to be in there, bye. Should you ask why?
She shouldn't.
And why not?
Because, like you said, it's just, if it was me in that situation, it's me trying to get satisfaction or like get questions that need to be answered, but they really don't need to be answered. Like I spent my whole life fighting. Like I'm a fighter, and I'm trying to not be a fighter. I fight everything, and it's better just to do nothing.
Do you fight to make someone love you?
Do I fight to make someone love me? No? Yes.
How about to say? All of us have done that.
Yes.
You stand and you gonna love me. Have you ever fought to make someone love you?
Yes.
And did it work?
No.
And what did you learn from it?
I learned about myself. I learned that I had fear and worry that I wasn't aware of.
Nice.
Yeah.
And are you overcoming it?
Yes.
Nice. Beautiful. So the young lady want to respond in front of you.
Oh.
Should you ask your husband why he want to leave?
No.
And why not?
Why? For what? If he wants to leave, he can leave.
She's from the old school. Okay, you leaving? Bye.
Exactly.
Nice.
Oh.
Do you agree with that? Should you ask your wife why she want to leave you?
No.
And why not?
If she wants to leave, what are you wasting time for? Like, there must be her problem. 'Cause
It
I'm
is.
great.
Amazing. It's amazing how we can live a free life if we examine ourselves, if we knew ourselves, and how enslaved we are to the world. Isn't that crazy? And the moment we are taught to be insane, the whole world is teaching us to live this way. The moment we pop out of mama's womb, they began to enslave us with all their ideas of the way things should be, the way you should live, and this or that or that. I saw your hand and then here. Yes.
I would say no, because I'm not afraid of being alone. Like,
Were you afraid before you woke
Yes.
up?
Yes.
And why?
I didn't have trust. I had a lot of anger. I didn't think that, I thought that everyone who came in was gonna leave eventually because of, my family situation. And I didn't understand that our purpose here as beings is just to enjoy and to discover, and people come and go. Like it's the same fear I would have of my partner leaving me, of my husband leaving me, would be the same fear I had of at some point fearing that, let's say, my sister would die. And then I would get all wind up about it, and I would be incredibly sad. And then I would just go in a spiral for a while, and then just to wake out of it, I was like, but she's still here. Like, no one owes me anything.
Amazing. See, I tell y'all, the ladies are waking up too. And she black. She know about this stuff. You gotta wake up. Did I see your hair, Rochelle? Rochelle gave us an amazing men's history basket. Did you see it online? On the show? It was so nice. Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you. I appreciate the fellowship. I appreciate all the staff and everybody, because when I first came here, I was really on the search to find, like, what was wrong with me? Why is my life like this? And now that I've been working on myself and I've been staying in the present and watching, it truly is, everything that you say, it truly does work. It is amazing. And I just wanted to answer the biblical question about, does it make sense to
Yeah, what
fight?
sense does it make to fight anything or anyone?
And I'm going to say it doesn't make sense for me to fight anything or anyone, because I have been working on myself, and God starts to shine that light in, and things start to fall off. Like, it all stems from thoughts, and thoughts cause emotions and identities. And if you're offended, most of the time when you want to fight, it's because you're offended or you're on the defense about something. But when you let go of everything and you let God do everything, and you just work on yourself and watch yourself, all those things start to fall away, and there's no desire to fight, because you know that it's nonsense.
Nice. So here's what I got to do. I got to ask this question really fast because time is running out. And I want to start out with the man in the hat inside the building. The brown hat that's inside the church building.
Like 5 people here with hats.
All the men have on hats. What the? Have things always been this bad? I was asked.